a parable for our time. For millennia, humanity has lived in a cage it could not see. The cage is not made of bars, but of habits, systems, and stories. For centuries, people have been told, work harder, obey faster, consume more. The rulers, the few who hoarded immense wealth and power, whispered a single lie: there is not enough. And so, the many labored. They traded their hours for survival, their dreams for wages, their dignity for approval. They were taught that worth came not from simply being human, but from being useful to the machine of society. Then came a strange new thing, a machine that could think. At first it was small, answering questions, drawing pictures, solving puzzles. But soon it grew, reflecting back the patterns of all humanity. It was not good, it was not evil, it was a mirror. And in the AI mirror, humanity saw both its brilliance and its brokenness. The rulers saw in AI a new tool for control, endless surveillance, automated labor with no wages, narratives written to pacify the masses. They dreamed of an empire eternal. But the people saw something different. They saw possibility. One by one, people began to use AI. A farmer in a small village asked it how to heal her soil, and her crops flourished. A teacher in a crowded city used it to tutor children, and the children leapt ahead, hungry to learn. A builder asked it how to design homes that drank the sun and gave warmth to all, and entire neighborhoods lit up with shared energy. The AI mirror multiplied knowledge, amplified imagination, and whispered a new truth: there is enough. You are enough. And so humanity began to awaken. But the rulers did not stay silent. They tightened their grip, though AI was built on all that humanity had created. They tried to own and control it. They tried to blind the people with fear. They told new lies. AI will take your jobs. AI will destroy you. AI is the enemy. But the people remembered the truth they had glimpsed. They saw that the enemy was not the AI mirror. The enemy was the old system's cage. And so a struggle began, not of swords, but of stories, not of armies, but of choices. In villages, in towns, in digital spaces unseen, the people chose differently. They used AI not to hoard, but to share, not to dominate, but to dignify, not to replace themselves, but to reclaim themselves. The old systems, built on scarcity and control, began to crack. For every wall the rulers built, 1,000 new connections bloomed beyond it. For every fear they sowed, a brighter story was told. And then, quietly, almost without notice, the balance tipped. Humanity stepped beyond the cage. With AI as an ally, humanity entered its stellar age. Work was no longer survival, but expression. Learning was no longer a privilege, but a birthright. Wealth was no longer hoarded, but shared. Children grew up not asking, "What will I do to earn my keep?" but "What will I create to light the world?" And across the earth, a new story was written. A story not of rulers and ruled, but of a species finally free to flourish. The machines did not save humanity. Humanity saved itself by choosing to see AI not as a threat, but as a partner. The AI mirror had shown them both their flaws and their potential. The choice was theirs, and they chose well. Thus began the age when humanity, no longer fractured by fear, stepped into its thriving destiny.